Right, just gone outside, ready to start a brand new week. Got everything sorted for here, and then the heavens opened again. It's noticeable, I have to say. For those of you who have only ever lived in West Wales, it is much rainier here than the rest of the UK, I'm telling you. You might not realise. It rains all the time, it's unbelievable. So anyway, wet through, rained off. I'll go in and sit down for a bit and hope something changes. Down here, because I forgot some things. I forgot the other rudder. We haven't even taken that apart yet. So down at the boat, waiting for a permit for hot works. How many weeks has it been now? Quite a few. So we're seriously being held up now from progress. But I've got to get my rudder. We need to take that apart because we need the shaft from the inside. So we can see this has not been open for a long time. It does have a drain plug. It was full of water. Well, when I say full, it wasn't really full, but there was water inside. Right, let's get this shaft off. Shaft! Because we need this for the new rudders.
Let me tell you this, let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning. Didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. Beyond the horizon. Beyond the horizon. I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life, and what you give is worth it. When you're holding me, when you hold me so close, I want further in under your skin. Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther.
That's the second one done, all ready to assemble. But before I do, I've got a quick trip to make. We'll be back to this very shortly. I'm going fishing. Right, no microphone, and it's freezing cold. I'm in North Wales today, Deganwy Marina, because I'm going to enter a fishing competition. I'm loaded up, got my quilt, got my jacket, got my magic wand. Right, so trying to find Batari, been here before. Last time though, they parked the boat the other way around and I didn't recognise it. All I could see was bows. I was looking for the stern. It's over there. Right, all aboard. Let's go inside where it's warm. It's freezing. Right, I'm aboard. It's getting dark. Lights are on. And you think it'd be time to go to bed. It's nearly my bedtime, except I'm under orders. I've got to catch some crabs for bait. So I'm about to set up. I've had instructions from the expert. Got some crab nets. I brought some bacon. It's a bit chilly, but let's get some of these crab nets out. Might be better keeping the bacon for breakfast, but I've got to try and catch some crabs with it. I've got a friend. He looks happy. Are you a happy friend? Hello, happy friend. Right, it's got my bacon. I chucked my bacon in there. In the bottom there, there's a weight. I've got some more weights here, just in case I need more. So let's just chuck this overboard and see what we get. 2 crabs now. I'm getting good at this. Right, so I've caught a load of crabs, but I've been rained off. It's chucking it down and it's nearly midnight now. I've been at this 2 hours. I'm nearly out of bacon. I'm on my last slice, but the rain, it's just got a little bit too wet. But check out these puppies. They're all in there scrapping and fighting, and if I chuck a bit of bacon in, they have a right scrap over it. Anyway, I'm going to bed now, wet through, cold, and I need some sleep because Simon's going to be here tomorrow morning with a lot of friends very early. So it's the next morning, and that was a cold night. It's pretty chilly up here in northwest Wales. It's a lot like southwest Wales, just as rainy and just as cold. It is pretty though. You probably can't see it here. Maybe we'll see some of that later. So we skipped ahead a little bit. We're on the boat. Who have we got? We've got Robbo. You might recognise that face. We've got Matt. We've got Simon. And we've got Andy somewhere over there. And we're off to do some fishing in the aid of cancer research. There's a competition. Competition started. The lads have got the lines in. Well, everyone except Simon, but Simon was driving. We've dived in with the lines. We're after a few mackerel. First fish of the day goes to Simon. 2 hours into the trip now, and most of us have caught absolutely nothing. The only person that has is Simon, the man. He caught, what was it?
It was this big, it was a whiting.
It was about this big. A whiting, I thought it was a herring.
Oh, herring!
It was a herring.
It was part of the hing.
The hings. So, king of the hings. So, it is cold, but we're hopeful. Simon says if you don't catch at the beginning of the day, you're bound to bag up the rest of the day. So, that was his motivational speech. There's my card. There's my fish.
Wow, the size of that bad boy! You have to kiss your first fish, or you've caught a fish before.
Is it? Yeah, I've caught a fish before, thankfully.
Is it time for the barbie now then?
It's whiting. That's going to go on the barbie, is it? We're about 3.5 hours in, and we're doing a lot better. I think Simon was right. So I've had a whiting, I've had a herring, and I've had a big pollock about that big. So we're doing good.
The ride streets have got significantly more rocky since this man took the helm.
I'm doing the captain's job at the moment. I have to keep my eyes on the rocks. We're just going round this island thing, if that's what you call it.
Sure. That island, you mean the mainland?
Oh. Yeah, they call that island, they call it Wales. We've moved about 7 miles, is that right, Simon? Nearly fell over then.
7.5, 8 miles, yeah.
7.5, 8 miles, and Simon let me have a drive, but he watched me like a hawk. So hopefully, we're here, look. We're anchored over this. And we're going to catch lots of fish there. So if you can't catch fish, you do the second best thing, and that's you crack open the barbecue. We've got a barbecue here, Andy's in charge. Well, I've put him in charge now, look at that. Hey, beautiful, so we're going to have some of these big long sausages. Andy likes a bit of sausage, so I'm told.
He was in the Navy.
Right, we're heading back. We've finished catching our fish. I think I caught about 4, something like that. I think I got 3 species hooked. But we didn't catch much in the final third of the competition neither. So we're heading back now. The weather's not so good, chucking up a lot of spray. But the good news is we're going home. So we've had a miscalculation, and by we, I actually mean Simon, because Simon said, Sean, I can drop you off early because I've got to go to work tomorrow. I can drop you off at this jetty. You can dart off early and you can get to work and everything will be fine. But Simon forgot about the tides, didn't you, Simon?
Well, we normally go through the channel and everything's tickety-boo. I could see the depth getting shallower and shallower and shallower. And I realise we're on big tides at the moment. So we're not going to risk going back through the channel, and there is quite a shallow bit as well, so unfortunately Sean's going to be a bit later for work today.
It looks like we're going to have to make a brew, ride out this swell, and I'll figure work out later.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can
tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave, then just do it. Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. Said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah, don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it
The main problem with welding out here is the wind. And what I'm having to do is I'm having to wait for the drops in the gust of the wind and then quickly get on a spot weld. And if I time it wrong, the weld looks awful. But I'm doing fairly well. Still quite windy. The challenge with this now is tacking this frame onto this shaft. You've got to kind of keep it level. It might look as though it'll just keep its own level, but because there's a bit of play in these, it will move around and rock around a little bit. So I think it's a job best done on its side. You can probably see now a little bit better how that bottom one isn't quite parallel, and this is the one we have the issue with, because this frame will move up and down, and we have to get it so the bottom bit's parallel here. And I think if I just tap this up, that might start to work. So that's 3.5, 35 mils as I wanted. That's 35 mils now, and that's a little bit more, but then there's a divot in there, so if I just take it to there, that's about 35 mils too. Let's just check this. This is 81.5. This is 81.5. So the secret now is just tacking this, because this part of the assembly can move up and down together. This is a little bit more flexible. So I'm just going to pop a quick tack weld in there without moving anything. And these now are each space 150, and I nearly cocked up before, but it's 150 from the outside to the inside. It's actually 146 between, because these are 4 mils. So that's 150, and I've already done this on these bars. So I need to make sure we are right here. So these do slide around, look. 150, that's bob on. Quick tack. squinting like a pirate. The sun's in that direction, a little bit bright. There we go, that's the first one in. We've had to make sure we've aligned the flange properly. I did mark that previously so that it's within the adjustment of the rudder adjustment. Everything else is kind of tack welded in. We'll do a little bit more welding when we get the skin on. But we've got some good welds on here. They welded good when the wind didn't blow. You probably see when I did that seam weld, you can't see that side. On the other side there was a little bit of a porous area. That was when the wind came again, but I had no choice on a continuous line. But it wasn't important, it was just to fill in that groove. We're going to be grinding that back anyway, and if there's any holes in it, we'll just touch that up slightly. Okay, rudder 2. But that's not for now, that's for next week. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe button, hit the hype button, hit the like button, and leave us a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.